fuck.
Little Johnny, you can't say that.
What? Why not?
'Cause it's a bad word, Sonny.
Why is it bad?
Because.
Because I said so.
Indeed, this is a question I have wondered ever since I was a little boy. Why are bad words bad? I mean, it's not like they mean anything, and if they do, then why are the root words not bad as well? Like, this word means poop. Why isn't poop a bad word? It's a bit hypocritical, innit? Who's hypocritical? You. You're the hypocrite. You know, you have a lot to answer for, pal. The crimes you've done, the people you've hurt, the lies you told. For what? Why'd you do all this? Money, fame, jealousy, sick, twisted desires, why? You're such a poopy head. You ruin everything, you despicable monster. Needless to say, this is why we quickly invented curse words. That sounded childish, goofy, and doesn't have the same impact if I add curse words to it. See for yourself. You're such a shithead, you know that? And you also fuck everything up like always, you horrible bastard. See? Much better. No doubt this is probably something you hear after you messed up pretty badly at something. Or you did something pretty horrible. And now your best friend is like, not going to be friends with you, or your significant other is breaking up with you. Also, don't worry, you're not horrible, viewer. Who am I to judge what you do in your life? I'm merely a YouTuber made for your entertainment. Nothing more. Actually, moreover, it's this precise reason why I question why we convict criminals. Who are we to judge what they do? I mean, we're not in their shoes, are we? We don't know what their life was, how their childhood was, or what influenced them. Yes, I think you know where I'm going with this. Remove the justice system. Wait, wrong video. The point. Curse words aren't that bad. I mean, who decides what combination of letters are offensive or not? Imagine if the word peace losh was a horrible insult, or the word beauty was equivalent to calling someone ugly. Here, these words only gain meaning if you give them meaning. Though I guess you can say that about every word, so what I mean, these words only get a negative meaning if we give them that negative connotation. Now, I do know that these words are supposed to be a little crass, but it's important to note that it's not the words themselves that are bad, but rather the intentions of people when they use them. And that intention can be negative or positive. Let me tell you a story. Once there was this guy named Moses or whatever, along with a bunch of his boss's fans, while walking to the promised land. Moses had to take a few days to climb a mountain to receive something from God. During the time of absence, the fans became bored and melted the gold they had on them to create a statue of a cow. Yes, I'm serious, stay with me. Indeed, the fans couldn't wait a few days. They instantly ditched their star to worship a cow. Suffice to say, the cow gained the power from the fans and decided to annihilate them. The end. Alright, I gotta be honest, guys, the story didn't exactly pan out like that, but eventually God smited the people who were worshipping the cows, so my point will stand. So if we keep treating curse words as these rude phrases by themselves, even though they really aren't, then they will still have the effect, or power if you will, of being inherently negative to most people. Bad words aren't bad by themselves, really, quite the opposite. Studies show that using curse words can actually relieve anger and can be quite cathartic. They can be used to give sentences more power and punch, but they can also be used to relieve and cool down a situation. Alas, we're told not to use them in early life, and that inadvertently causes everyone to use them when they grow up. I feel if there wasn't such an emphasis on no bad words in schools and in early life, some people wouldn't say fuck in every sentence. You see, while curse words are good for the language, I personally hate them, despise them, I loathe them. I sometimes just go to bed, early by the way, I have a bedtime, so I go to bed early just to think about why curse words were made, and pray to God that just to remove them from the vocabulary. Because they're used in every other sentence. Ever had that friend who just curses a little too much? Like it's the only damn word they know? And it's like the only personality trait they have, to curse. It's annoying, right? Oh yeah, also $10 that like every picture you take together or of them, they'll be holding up the middle finger. Look, if you overuse curse words, it makes you sound kinda brain dead and trashy. Like if you're over here on the street saying the F word as many times as you take steps, and I'm going to assume you're either dangerous or a poor peasant. Why though? Why do I associate dangerous people with curse words, or poor people for that matter? Well, it could be for a variety of reasons, from appearances to culture to news to a lot of things. I know it's folly to think like this, but I can't help it. It's in our nature to judge people and things before we even interact with them. It's a survival mechanism. Isn't it kinda sad though? Even though you may try to look past the cover of a book, your brain, without your consent, will subconsciously make up your mind about a person or thing. If this is my first video you've watched, I'm sure you at least had one assumption about my voice. And then when you actually saw my face, I'm certain you had a lot of assumptions. Perhaps one of them being that my personality may be emo and depressing, despite the fact that only a few seconds earlier my personality did not indicate any typical emo-ness to it. Isn't it curious though, that despite sometimes you knowing better, you will sometimes still fall for your inner workings and natural instincts? Well, I do know one thing. Cursing constantly doesn't make you funny, and it doesn't fill dead air. Swear words are to serve the language and to be the icing on the cake, you know? Not the foundation of the cake. But that's just my opinion, you do you. But when they find you in New Mexico, just remember... Well, what did we learn today? Curse words are pretty good and actually have tons of positive effects on your sentences. If used in moderation, of course. Curse words will also stay bad if we keep giving them power, and people will overuse curse words because they're forbade from using them in early life. And finally, assumptions suck. Curse words are so interesting. Now, I wonder if what I said can apply to slurs. Perhaps a future video you're interested in? If so, let me know in the comments. For now, what? What should we do? Oh, I know what we should do. Outro! Hey, we're here again, aren't we? These videos are starting to slowly take more effort and time, since I'm getting more ballsy with the editing, so please understand if they get sometimes delayed by a week or so. Though probably in this video I scale things back. I like my editing style because it looks good while not taking so much effort and time to make. Well, anyways, subscribe if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in a few weeks. Later.